When it comes to grading papers which have been submitted online digitally through like Microsoft Word, this is how I personally grade papers using the Microsoft Word editing tools. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is a paper that a student has uploaded. I've changed the name to protect the innocent. Anyway, so there is this review tab. So if I click on review, and I go to track changes, and I'm going to change this to all markup. What this does is that anytime I make any kind of changes or notes to the paper, it will indicate it. And so let's show how that works. So as I'm grading the paper, I'm looking for proper formatting. So this is a paper which is written in MLA formatting, so that's correct, this is correct, this is correct. I get to the title, oops. So the title, all the non-common words should be capitalized. So you'll notice that that F should be capitalized. So I'm going to delete it and then put a capital F there. So I fixed it. Now when I've done that, there's a line that's been added right over here. That indicates that something has been changed on this line. So later it's very easy for me to go back and just look along the side to see how many mistakes there were and where they were. So as I'm going through, well, obviously right away we've got a problem because it's got a red squiggly line, which means there was a spelling mistake. It's like, oh, how could you not catch that when you're writing your paper? So to fix it, I would just right click on it and then change it to what it should be. Notice that it like crosses out the incorrect word and it will insert the way the word should be spelled. Okay, so that's an indication that, oh, okay, look, now see, the line got bigger because there was a mistake on this line and a mistake on this line. So there's, oops, public schools. So as I'm reading through this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, wait, this scores? That doesn't make any sense. So change that to these scores. Help determine whether or not a student will pass his or her grade. Okay, so as I just keep reading through this, I'm looking for more mistakes. I'm like, oop, there's blue lines down here. What's going on? Oops, there's no period after this sentence. So I'm going to add a period. Again, you notice that the little line pops up there, and that indicates something's wrong. In process, we also have an extra space there, it looks like. Remember, only one space between sentences. So that's the way that it looks like on here. Now, also, I can add comments. So as I go to read through this, I realize that this last sentence right here, so I'm going to highlight it, is the thesis statement. So then I will click on New Comment, boom, and then I will say, solid thesis statement. Okay, so that way you can see that I can make comments along this margin over here. Then I would save that, send it off back to the student. Now when the student gets it, this is what the student may see. Now they may not see anything. If they haven't gone to the review tab, and if there's like simple markup or anything like that, if they're just on the home thing, they may see, okay, look, I've got these red lines over here, but they may not see exactly what I changed. It's like, what did you change? And there's a little bubble here. What does that even mean? So when you get this paper back in Word, you want to go to Review, and you want to, where it says Simple Markup, you want to change that to All Markup, All Markup. That'll show then everything. You notice how now we can see what I've changed, okay? And you can actually read the comment. But if this is only on simple markup, you don't see that kind of stuff. You see that something was changed, but you don't see specifics. And you see there's a comment, but you can't necessarily just read it by just looking at the paper. So again, you want to switch that over to all markup. So the point again is when I grade your papers and I send them back to you and to indicate what's wrong, and you want to read the comments and the things that I noted were wrong in your paper, make sure you go to the review tab, make sure you go to all markup, and then you will see that. Therefore, you will know exactly what you made a mistake on doing, so you can learn from it and not do it in the future.